Hey everybody, I just wanted to pop in and talk to you a little bit about where things are and where they're going. We have a lot of jockeying for position going on right now in the first two spots, and it's a beautiful competition. If we can do that in your um, graded rounds, I am going to be elated. If I could buy you guys all pizza and pop, I would. Because this has been a remarkable journey so far with you guys. Only a few teams struggling a little bit that just aren't quite, getting the gist of it, but I'm working with them on the side. So it's going to be competitive in that final stretch of 10 that we'll do here in the second half of the course, okay? Anyway, so right now, it's going to be important for you guys to kind of figure out and predict where you're going, okay? Where your competitors are going, what their strategies have been so far. You need to back up and take a look at that information over the last 7 to 8 rounds, okay? Look at what they're doing, try to figure out what it is they sort of lean towards in terms of a strategy. I know what these are. I want you to know what these are, okay? So some teams are building tons of capacity and just rocking it in private label. Some teams are doing a little bit of both. Some are playing on price. Some are playing on advertising. Whatever the strategy is, you got to try and figure out where your competitors are going to be, okay? These final rounds, I'm going to show you. I hope you can see this. 19, 20, and we'll say 21 for now. They slow down a little bit. They continue to grow, but the growth is lower, okay? So that's really important to note, okay? So if we look at right now where we're at, we've got an interesting scenario here. When you consider right now, we have all regions based on what we saw from year 18. We are looking at 49,451,000 for capacity. Your 19 demand is 54 million. Okay, so we've got about 5,500,000 of unfilled orders. So growth between all 7 of you is about 5,525,000. Okay, so this is important to understand because it wanes off just a little bit, and if you don't play your numbers right, you're gonna get scalped here. All right, so be careful on what you're doing and how much you're building. Okay, but we're doing pretty good actually. Now, a couple numbers you want to look at over here. Right now, all plants right now are running about 109.3% capacity, which is, not too bad. That's about average right now for the whole industry. So that's pretty good, okay? So we want to be in manufacturing, you want to run about 110 to 120% capacity. After that, it gets really dicey as to whether you're going to make money based on scrap rates, errors, because you're overworking everybody generally, okay? You got machines that are probably being overused, and they're not down long enough to do the preventive maintenance things that are scheduled for them, okay? So just a heads up, my father, when he retired out of GM, he invested into a injection molding plant. And I went to Ferris actually for plastics and came out of there with a 2-year degree. Went to played some baseball and then came back and started working in plastics and ended up getting my 4-year degree from Western. All right, I got in more of a business degree there, prepping for my MBA. Point being, okay, I had a significant amount of manufacturing experience, having worked for my dad's company for a while. So it gave me a lot of insight and made this stuff a lot more meaningful, which I know if none of you have worked in a manufacturing environment, you know, you're kind of looking at this stuff and it's numbers, right? Well, I'm going to try and tie that together for you. So right now, you have growth slowing down, but there's growth out there. You have plants at 109 to 115%, which is good. You've got some people that have too much capacity, I think, right now, which is going to be bad in those final rounds because you're going to have to figure out how to sell all those shoes and still turn a buck. Okay, you can lower your price, you can do different things, but you're going to spin your wheels and not make much earnings per share, and that's going to crush you. So you got to be really careful about how much capacity you guys build. All right. So I'm going to sign off by saying, take your time trying to predict where you're going to be at in these next 2 rounds. All right. You guys should have a good final couple here. Right now, as it looks in the scoreboard of things, first place shoes has slid up to, well, this is year 18 scoreboard. First place shoes took it, and then D, and then E, which kind of surprised me that E slipped back that far. All right. First place shoes, game to date, took over first place based on, I think, their bonus points there. They picked up a bunch. Okay. So, and look at Cash Crazy, right in there, hard. So, if you look at those numbers, there isn't, between the top 3 people, there is not a lot of points differential between all of you. There's 3, you know, essentially, overall. Well, actually, between the 3 of you, there's 9 points. There's a 9-point spread on the overall GTD score. So that is super close, man. I mean, and there's only, between the top 4, there's 14 points. This is a really close simulation competition. So this is what we would call a very concentrated industry right now, meaning everybody is, you know, head-to-head, swatting it out. This is a time where you would not want to enter this industry right now because there's so much competition going on. You get your butt kicked, right? So it'd be hard to just walk in unless you had some brilliant, you know, product that nobody has that would change the face of the industry, which I doubt we have. So, point is, you guys are doing really good. All right. I will see you guys Monday. And we'll catch up on this next round. All right? Have a safe weekend.